Ooh, my name is Peach, and it's about to get rizzy. Y'all better get ready for this one. Aren't you getting a little tired of all this algorithm talk? Because I know I am. Because it becomes so stressful when you just worry about numbers all the time. And if your posts are even being seen. Because yes, after all, we're all making content to try to make some sort of an impact in some way, shape, or form in the world. But if people ain't seeing our ish, how are we even making an impact? So first things first, anyone who has ever been able to make a huge impact on the entire world has worked for it for a while, for a long goddamn time. So if they are making an impact, you best believe they earned it. Nobody starts at zero and is magically impacting the world by the next day or even the next week. Even Gandhi had to take time to build his following. So why do you think it makes you any different? Secondly, because there is so much content being uploaded every single day, you have to question the content that you're putting out. Is it even good enough content that would make people want to actually stop and listen, to stop and read it, or to stop and watch it? Now, I'm not trying to play anybody here, myself included, but I mean, you really have to think about that. Because I know there have been times where we've all put something out there and we're like, ugh, that wasn't my best work, but it's on schedule, so I'm going to post it. But just because you posted it on time doesn't mean that it was actually good enough content to make somebody want to stop and take that content in. And yes, you may be doing good by putting good motivational content out there, inspiring content, or even educational content. But are you actually taking the time to reach out to similar content in your niche by commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, following? All those things matter. Having real conversations with people, giving them suggestions on things they didn't ask for, or maybe things they never even thought of, or even just sharing your knowledge in general with them about the topic, is what I like to call making an impact. I found that just by going into other people's content, putting in my 2 cents, sharing something that I learned or something that I thought they might find helpful, they genuinely appreciate it. Everybody is learning something new every single day, and you never know what somebody doesn't know. And because you took the time to actually reach out to them and give your 2 cents, they're gonna be like, who the F is this person? They sound like they got some real knowledge. Let me go check out and see what they're all about. And if they like you, they're gonna follow you. They're gonna subscribe to you. That means you just gained one more person out of a thoughtful gesture. So we all have to stop expecting people to flock to all of our channels, all of our posts, just because we put something out in the internet with a little tag, a description, or a title. It doesn't work that way. Attention takes work, and that's what we're all fighting for when it comes to social media. I mean, the squeaky wheel always gets the oil, so become that squeaky wheel. If you want the attention, you're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to get all up in those comments, all up in those likes, all up in lives, whatever it is that you need to do. You need to make sure that your face or that your presence is known and is seen. I mean, yeah, because you upload something on the internet, it's definitely going to be seen, but there's a difference between being seen and being paid attention to. Just like you could be walking down the middle of a street of a busy intersection. Yeah, everybody's going to see you, but they're not going to pay attention to you unless you stop and you're like, yo bro, just wanted to say, have a great day. All right, you take care. It's as simple as that. You need to make people pay attention to you. You can't just be putting stuff out there so that you think people can see you. So just make sure you're doing more than just posting, doing more than just putting a few tags on your video, doing more than titling your description and your title the correct way, trying to gain your tribe. It takes way more than that, because at the end of the day, heck, at the end of life, the algorithm is always going to change. Always. And that's one thing that ain't gonna change. But you know what won't change? Good old-fashioned conversation. Ever since the day of time, everybody has always appreciated some good old conversation. So why not conversate? After all, it's called social media for a reason. Your true tribe is gonna take a long time to find. That ish don't come overnight, and you can listen to any motivational speaker, any video influencer, any big influencer, and they'll tell you it takes time to find a tribe. Yes, you can certainly go viral and your numbers will increase, but that doesn't mean that influx of numbers is your actual tribe. Especially if you're in a business and you're trying to sell things, numbers really don't mean anything when it comes to following. There are businesses out there who have 200 followers, but they're making $1 million a year. And you know why? Because those 100 people are most likely tribe members. They're not just followers. They're tribe members because they believe in everything that business is doing and they support them wholeheartedly. So if you want the end result of a major impact on the world in some kind of way, you're gonna have to do the heavy work. Everybody has to do it. Everyone, for some odd reason, is always trying to beat the algorithm. You'll find a bunch of videos about it right here on YouTube, but little old me is here to tell you, you're always gonna lose. Ain't no way you about to beat the algorithm. I don't care if you think you're doing it right now, because it's going to change and you're going to lose again. For one, it's never the same for long. And two, just because something is working for one person doesn't mean that it's about to be working for you. And don't get me wrong, FOMO is real. And I mean real. But let's be realistic. You're afraid on missing out on something that you don't even have yet. A big following. You're upset nobody was following you. You're upset nobody is subscribing to you, etc., etc. But once again, is your ish worth following? If not, work to improve it. It's not that hard. Learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid to change. And try new things. That's what being a content creator is all about anyway. It's how you learn and how you grow. If you're genuine in your approach, impact in the following will most definitely come. It ain't gonna come tomorrow, but best believe it's gonna come. Worry about the type of conversations you have with people and not the amount of followers that you have. They're just numbers and they're always gonna rise and they're always gonna fall. But that feeling that you get, and I can personally attest to this, when somebody writes back to you and says, I'm so glad I found your channel, after you gave them practical advice that you just thought maybe they would like to hear, well, mission complete, my friend. Mission complete. Let's not forget, the algorithms are to benefit the platform, not the creator. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram ain't up here making algorithms so that you can gain thousands and millions of dollars. They're making algorithms so they can gain thousands and millions and billions of dollars. They don't care nothing about what you got going on unless you finna pay them some money to put your stuff out there. We creators must do the work in order to become beneficial for these platforms. Then and only then will you get the benefit and the backup of these platforms to gain that massive following and that massive support. But if you're not willing to sit down every day and comment on at least 90 or more posts, you don't want it bad enough. If you're not even responding to your own comment section with meaningful responses, you don't want it bad enough. Because honestly, how does it look here on YouTube when you go into somebody's video and you go in the comments and they have 1,000 comments and not one of them has been responded by the creator themselves? I know personally, I'm like, the F? I'm not leaving no comment. It doesn't even look like they see it, let alone respond to it. So what am I gonna waste my time for? And I'm not even gonna subscribe. But when I go into the video in the comment section and I see the creator is always in the comments, I'm like, oh yeah, they definitely gonna see what I gotta say. Let me go ahead and write them a little comment because I'm definitely going to get a response. Right off the bat, I feel more of a connection to somebody that I see actually respond opposed to somebody that I see that doesn't respond. And that's a big difference. Growing a tribe or growing a following is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And comparing yourself to other people's comments or numbers is sabotage. Don't do it. Because you have no idea how much work somebody else is putting into their content. You don't know if they're putting in 1 hour a day. You don't know if they're putting in 24 hours a day. But I bet you one thing, the people who are putting in massive hours and massive time into their content and are consistent with it and are sticking with it and are trying to see what's working and what's not working and then making a change, they're definitely getting somewhere. Somebody is always going to be bigger than you. But who cares? Just keep moving forward and build your tribe genuinely, because genuine followers don't get deleted when the algorithm changes. So choose wisely what kind of followers you want. Do you want viral followers who are just following you because the next person is following you? Or do you want the followers who support you and show up for you for every single post? I know what I want, and it ain't viral. no pun intended. And sadly to say, statistics show that 99% of you aren't even going to do the things that I suggested that you do in this video, even if you believe it will work. Because complaining and making excuses is way easier than doing any kind of hard work. Trust me, we here on that. But if you really want it, you'll take it. If you really want it, you gonna work for it. So be that 1% who takes it, because nobody ever gets to know the hidden gems that were in that 99%, all because you didn't want to work for it. So which one will you choose? Bye.